to the farm. If you're new here, I'm Nina. I'm a homeschooling, homesteading mom of 4, ages 8 down to 3, and I am married to Daniel. And here on my channel, we talk all about homemaking, homeschooling, and homesteading. Today's video, we are saying goodbye to 2020 and saying hello to 2021. So I'm going to talk about kind of our year in review on YouTube, and then talk to you about some of our goals for 2021. So anyway, let's get started. So, as we all know, 2020 was a bad year. Was a bad year for most everybody. It's just not what we expected when we were going into where we were at this time last year. So in December of 2019, we were looking forward to a new year, a fresh start, and hopeful for maybe new things that you were going to start in the year, travel that you were going to do, time spent with family, whatever it may have been. There was probably a list a mile long of things that you had going on that you thought were going to happen in 2020, and they did not. It was disappointing, I'm sure, as much as it was for us. We didn't have anything catastrophic happen, but it was just like one thing after another, after another, after another, like all year long, on top of what the world was having going on. It was a crazy, crazy year. So I am very, very, very excited to say goodbye to 2020. But I don't know if you are like me. I am cautiously tiptoeing into 2021. And I saw a meme a couple of weeks ago that says, I want to see the terms and conditions of 2021 before I agree to them. That is me. I kind of want to know what I'm fixing to get into before we step into it. Every year, no matter where we come from or where we're going, or even if the world kind of is at peace somewhat, we never know what's going to come up ahead of us. And so kind of every year we're like this, kind of just slowly tiptoeing into the year, not really sure of like what we're going to, get into. Most years we're excited about it. But this year I feel myself just being a little more cautious about it. So I have only been on YouTube or actively been on YouTube since July of this year. I forgot to look and see how many videos I've put up. I think it's only like 30, maybe. But I've been so surprised of how well it's gone. I didn't really know what to expect, just because this was something that I'd seen other people doing, and I was like, well, I could do the same thing. And I kind of have that like teacher heart in me, so you kind of want to like teach and show things and that type of stuff. So I thought, with everybody coming home for the most part, and a lot of new families were going to be homeschooling, I thought I could just share my experience. Not that it's, I'm a pro at this or anything, but I just thought I could share my experience and just share our family and our daily life, sort of, on here, and just see how it went. And I've been surprised about how it's gone. I started with 12 subscribers, and when I looked just a few minutes ago, I have 256 subscribers. So that's awesome. Over 5 months to have that much growth. And I'm hoping for in the coming year that will grow even more, and I'm excited about that. So mostly this year what I've been sharing is mostly just homeschool stuff. I've done some like canning and cooking and grocery hauls, and then I just wrapped up all of our Christmas stuff. So I'm hoping into the next year that I will start sharing maybe some more farm related stuff. We have kind of scaled back our farm a little bit more than what we have been doing in years past, just because we have a ton of kids, and our schedules are just going crazy. So we've kind of scaled that back a little bit, but I want to share more of like what we're doing as far as like a garden. And I kind of got into YouTube after like our garden was like already going and we were starting to start harvesting stuff. So I thought maybe we could share some things, more farm related things, and then doing maybe some more vlogs, like whenever we go on trips or whenever, just maybe our daily life or just some different things that we have going around. Not sure if anybody's interested in that, but I thought that maybe that would be something new to try in the new year. My videos that I thought that would do really great that haven't, I have been like the canning videos, and I think I did like a cook with me video maybe. I thought those would do really great and they haven't. So maybe I'm just not in that niche. I'm not really sure because I've kind of labeled myself more as like homeschooling. So I want to try that again, maybe revamp it, go back and reshoot some things and see if we can get that up a little bit. But some videos that have done really great that I've been super surprised about were my like Usborne book haul. That video took off and I was just like, oh my goodness, way, but that's going crazy good. And then of course all my Christmas, like what we got our kids for Christmas, stockings, and educational toy videos. Those videos have done amazingly well. And so you'll seem to like hauls. And I'm not a person that just goes and buys things just so I can show it to you on a video. I'm not that type of person. I very rarely shop at all. So it's usually if you see something that I've, like if I do a haul, it's because our family needed it and I just decided to show it to you. So some goals I have for my channel in the coming year is I've been thinking of, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around this and trying to think this through. I've thought about trying to like kind of rename my channel because it's just named after our farm right now. But I think sometimes that may confuse people when they come here because they're looking for like, oh, animals and all that stuff. And none of my videos have been about that. So I've thought about trying to like rename it, but also use the farm name and use in something else. I don't know. May not happen. Just trying to think that through. I would like to keep my goal of 50 subscribers a month. I know that's kind of hard to gauge because it's not really up to me. It's really, I put it out and if you like my content and you subscribe, that's great. But so far I've had that trend since I've started, but I want to try to keep that up. So if we do that, then I have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. I'm hoping to hit that before the end of next year, but just trying to keep that as a goal because I don't want to be too ambitious and then set myself up for disaster. And then also doing 2 videos a week. So my schedule has been on Tuesday and Friday. Going into the new year, because our schedule, like with my kids' extracurricular schedules have changed, we're gonna do Tuesday and Thursday. If I have a second video, it will go up on Thursday. We will most likely always have a video on Tuesday. So that's what I'm trying to keep doing. And I want to start planning ahead and kind of like batch filming and then having everything go up, because usually I'm like the night before editing a video and trying to get it ready to go up. So planning ahead is another one of my goals of trying. I would love to get to where I have like a full month's worth of content done before the month starts and it's all uploaded and just waiting to be scheduled out. I would like for that to happen. I'm not sure if it's going to, but that's one of my goals, is to get it that way. So some personal goals I have going into the new year are probably like everybody else. I want to exercise more. I want my husband to exercise more with me. That's not really for me, but I want us to do something together. We are inching closer to 40. We still have several years before we get there, but we are inching that, a little bit closer and a little bit closer. But I don't want to fall apart when I hit 40. I want to be in good health and stay healthy for my kids. So that is a goal, to exercise a couple of times a week. I fell and injured my shoulder during this summer, and I have not been doing the exercises that my physical therapist gave me. So I want to start those back. And then I also have some exercises that I need to do for my midsection, my abdominals. So I have the separation of my stomach muscles from having 4 kids in 4.5 years. So my stomach muscles are about that far apart. So I need to do those exercises to bring those back together and tighten my core because I have 0 stomach muscles. So I want to do that. I want to start waking up before my kids. I have this goal on my list every year and I never can do it. So I want to get up before my kids and have quiet time in the morning, because if I don't get it done in the morning, it's not going to get done. So I really, 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 really want to do that this year. That's kind of moved to like number 1 spot. And then again, planning ahead. I tend to be a fly by the seat of your pants type person. So I want to plan ahead, do our meal planning ahead, meal prepping, all that stuff. So I'm not like so like stressed out. So anyway, those are a few of my goals for 2021. I also sometimes pick a word for the year. So last year, I will show you, I kind of like doomed us. I swear I did. Last year, my words were, hold on, looking up. So my words for 2020 were rest, slow, create, grace, restore, and intentional. So this year I am axing out rest and slow. So I want to focus on restore and being intentional with our year. So that is what I want to focus on this year. So on both fronts with YouTube and personal thing, I said I wanted to plan ahead. So one thing that I got, Erin Condren planner. So this is the planner that I picked. I took advantage of their Black Friday sale and I bought this for myself for 2021, put my name on it. I like the little rainbow pattern. It was nice, and you can kind of customize it and pick any type of cover that you want. What I really liked about this planner and that I think will work really well is, I'll just turn, this is like the vertical weekly layout. And so my plan for this is to do personal things here and to do school things here and then do YouTube planning here, and then in the bottom be our meal plan. So I also have a homeschool planner, but I like to keep kind of track of things and like my like go-to. This is my go-to planner. So I wanted a space for school where I could just write like just basic things that we're doing, like keeping up with like what weeks we're on, what weeks we're off, or field trips, anything like that. And then my homeschool planner is more of like a journal. I don't plan anything out ahead of time. It's mostly just, this is what we're gonna do, and then I write it down. So this, I'm hoping, is going to work for me in the new year. So I'll let you know how that works out. Anyway, okay, so and the last thing I wanted to do was just send you off with just some words of encouragement as we go into the new year. And as I said before, I am like cautiously tiptoeing into 2021, like peeking around the corner like, are we sure we want to do this? But our sermon that our youth pastor did at our church on Sunday, because our pastor was out of town, was on certainty. And he talked about how we can have certainty even in uncertain times. And I think we can all agree that we have been in uncertain times. And so he brought us to Hebrews 13:8, and it says, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And we can rely on him and rely on his word, even when we aren't sure about what we're going to face. I mean, that happens anytime, whether it's at the new year or next week or the next month. We have no idea like what we're going to come up against. But we know a God that already knows and has already gone before us. So all we have to do is trust him. And if you do not know God and you don't know Jesus as your Savior, I will put some resources down in the description so that you can read those. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I will be happy to talk with you about that further. if you want to reach out. But we can be sure because we have Jesus. And if we are believers, we know that for sure. But I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. I hope that you have time to spend with your families over the new year, as we are almost done with 2020 and going into 2021. And I look forward to seeing you again in the new year with new videos coming out every week. And that is going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can stick around and have see more content from us coming up soon. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a happy new year. Bye, guys.